Welcome Aquarius to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 1st of January for the Sun or the Ascendant. At the turn of each year, the Sun is always in Capricorn. Capricorn is a sign of steadiness, but it's also about structures. But in your case, it's your 12th house. The 12th house Sun is more reflective. It likes to just take a breath. So ordinarily, this is the time of year when you like to retreat a little bit. You do have that side of your nature which needs some space. And in January, that's the time when you often take it. But this year, as you burst into 2024, there is a very different complexion because Mercury, despite its retrograde, is very close to the thrusting energies of Mars in the friendly go-getting sign of Sagittarius. And that combination is very dynamic. Also, Venus, the planet of relating, pitched up into Sagittarius on the 29th of December. The ruler of that sign, Jupiter, went direct on the 31st. So there's a lot of Sagittarius energy as we enter this new year. Now for you, this is House 11. House 11 is very friendly. It's all about networks. It's about planning our future. It can be about the higher principles which go beyond the material world, very much in keeping with the very best, most idealistic part of your being. But the problem, Aquarius, is that both Mercury and Mars and Venus are all conflicted by planets in the part of your situation which are influencing everyday money, your self-worth, your attitude to food, or your attitude to values. And it's possible that over the festivities you experience someone or some people that actually disappointed you a little bit. So as much on the face of it, it may seem that this could be a jolly start to the new year, I still feel that it's asking you to do some very careful thinking and appraisal. Most of all, what do you want for your longer term future? So I don't just mean in year 2024, because this is going to be a phenomenal year because of Pluto arriving in your sign for 38 weeks on the 21st of January, along with the Sun. But also, you're going to have Mars arriving in your sign in February, along with Venus. So it's a very dynamic start to the year. And once Jupiter moves on the 25th of May into your sister air sign of Gemini and links with Pluto, it can springboard you forwards in an incredibly dynamic fashion. So these are big questions that you're being asked. Who are your affiliations? How much can you rely on them? Are they really steadfast affiliations? Because Neptune can distort things and Saturn can restrict. If money has been tight for you and you're feeling the cold blast of that reality as you step into this new year, it wouldn't be an entire surprise with these planetary influences. But the great news is by Tuesday, Mercury goes direct. And Wednesday sees a quarter moon in your sister air sign of Libra. But what that's saying to you is that if there is any negativity floating around your situation, not necessarily from you, but you're picking up some vibes which aren't great, they can be accentuated with a 9-12 quarter moon. It tends to accentuate them, amplify those sensitivities. Also, Mars escapes the rather wet and debilitating energy of Neptune on Thursday and arrives in Capricorn. Now, Mars actually happens to love being in Capricorn, and it's going to be here through to the 13th of February. But for you, this is the 12th house. And Mars in the 12th house has a canny habit of stirring up things that we thought we dealt with from the past. So it's possible over the next 6 weeks or so that maybe it's to do with past upsets, traumas, separations. You may become much more conscious that actually they are still active somewhere within you. On the other hand, someone could get in touch completely unexpectedly. It could be someone who's had quite an authoritative role in your past history, and you may have to make a decision whether you want to connect with this person or not. But despite that, Mars does actually forge a stunning angle to your traditional ruler of Saturn and a really positive one to Jupiter. Now Jupiter for you is in your home or emotional sector. So if you've really done the work with Pluto going through your 12th house over the last 15 years, do you know Mars arriving could see you start to reap the benefits of all the things you've been doing, but particularly behind the scenes. So maybe some of the unsexy stuff, maybe you've been working the very deep level in your own personal development and evolving in such a way, and the knowledge and experience that you've gained can be deployed now in a very effective way. So if you're wanting to put in motion some plans for the future that I mentioned before, which requires some background research, taking soundings, speaking to people in the know, you can start that process with a lot of verve from Thursday. But just be aware, it could stir up some old wounds. As the week comes to a close, the Sun actually forges, or starts to forge, a brilliant link with your modern ruler of Uranus. Now that's going to become exact next week on Wednesday, but it is building up. The Sun in the 12th in a trine with Uranus, which has been a bit of a wrecking ball over the last 4 or 5 years as far as home, emotional and family situations are concerned. It probably has been quite restless in some ways, or you have felt unsettled in yourself. Perhaps you've changed jobs several times, perhaps relationships have been off and on, perhaps you've distanced yourself from some people, perhaps you've moved to a different part of the country. The way that's panned out will be unique to you because Uranus is all about being unique. But as we move to the end of this week, again, dive deep into that vat of experience that you've gained. This may not on the face of it seem like a very sexy week, but Saturn influence on Venus does decline from Thursday onwards, and Venus is in a part of your situation along with that moving forwards Mercury from Tuesday, which can see you connect and collaborate. You just need to choose the right collaborations. Check them out carefully, understand what people's motives are, but also understand your own. But do the math. If there is something that you're considering, particularly to do with a long-term business project, it really needs to be something that you investigate very thoroughly, but most of all, very precisely. If you've yet to watch your year 2024 deep dive video, please see the link beneath this video. Also, if you've yet to order your personal forecast for year 2024 based on your unique birth data, if you order my special package and get your character analysis as well, you'll get 30% off, but also you get your free Zodiac, Indian and Chinese forecast for all 12 signs absolutely free of charge. Please see the link beneath this video.